My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, we are already in the second day of Lent. Today, our reflection will be centered on the first reading taken from Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 15 to verse 20. Moses spoke to the people, saying, "See, I have set before you this day life and good, death and evil. If you obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you this day, by loving the Lord your God and by walking in his ways, and by keeping his commandments and his statutes and his ordinances, then you shall live and multiply, and the Lord your God will bless you in the land which you are entering to take possession of it." Beloved friends in Christ, it is true that we are our choices. Whatever we become is based on the choices we make through life. Our choices will determine our good or our bad. It will determine whether we choose life or we choose death. We choose good or we choose evil. But we must certainly make these choices. And as we go out daily, we are confronted with opportunities to make choices that become defining moments for us through life. To choose evil or to choose good. To choose life or to choose death. As we go out to our working places today, we'll be left with the choices to make, whether we want to accept corruption or to refuse it, to contribute to the building of Nigeria or to stand aloof. As we go to the market today as sellers, we are left with a choice to either increase the measure or to decrease it, to sell honestly or to defraud people. In these moments of very difficult economic hardships, we find people taking advantage of others, increasing the measure, decreasing the measure, and increasing the price. We find people increasing costs on things just because they want to maximize profits. That is a choice they too will have to make. They have made. And it will determine whether they are going to get blessings or they are going to get a curse for it. Because in one way or the other, you and I contribute to the building of our earthly city by the choices that we make. And as the psalmist says in Psalm 119, verse 165, "The lover of your Lord has great peace." If we choose the law of the Lord, which is the way of truth, the way of peace, the way of progress, then we enjoy the peace that we are looking for. It is for each and every one of us to make our own honest contributions by the choices that we make, to make sure that our world and the country becomes a better place to live in. Because our choices will either make us or mar us. Very importantly for us Nigerians, on Saturday we are going to the polls to vote our own president. For the past 8 years, people have been crying, we've been crying, complaining about how Nigeria has never worked, how insecurity has ravaged everywhere with poverty. People have suffered, others have been displaced and they have become IDPs in their fatherland. Insecurity has been on the rise. Priests have been killed, seminarians have been killed, married people have been killed, pregnant women have been slaughtered, and many people have been rendered homeless in our nation today. It is now the defining moment to take a decision for the next 4 or 8 years, as the case may be. Are we going to trade this very important decision of our lives over a cup of rice, over a wrapper, an inferior wrapper at that, over a souvenir that will be destroyed just in the space of months, over some notes of naira that will not satisfy our hunger beyond 1 month? Over what? Are we going to choose the person of character? Are we going to choose the person of integrity? Are we going to choose the person that has the track records that we can trust? Are we going to choose the person who loves God and fears the Lord and loves his people, the brethren? Or we are simply going to choose the highest bidder? We must know that the option is ours. and we are our choices.